know you're supposed to call him. Yeah.
Hey, we score yet?
I don't know. Look, I gotta go. Yeah, I'll call you later. I promise. Yeah.
Hey, come on.
I promise, yeah. Bye.
I need a jet to Provo, Utah, right away.
Do you know how much it costs to send a jet from Cleveland, Ohio to Provo, Utah?
$9,287.42.
I can't authorize that.
Then get me someone who can.
Washington wants this one solved.
Just got off the phone with David Kuttner, Utah State Attorney General. He's a nice guy. Went to Harvard together. He said they'd help us out any way they could. He also said he'd appreciate anything we could do for him regarding the Bobby Martell incident.
Yes, it's a nice word for it.
What are you implying?
Implying anything. Happen to ask your old buddy exactly what he meant by he would appreciate anything we could do for him?
No, I think it's pretty obvious. See, Bobby Martell was a despicable human being. My friend wants anything that can help him prove that Martell was at least an accessory to murder, which in Utah is punishable by death, would therefore clean up a potentially sticky problem.
I see. Okay. Bobby Martell left Parnell Service Center approximately 9:02 p.m. He walked 2.7 miles, arrived at Provo cabin approximately 9:37 p.m. He went to the children's bedroom window and looked in. The youngest child was asleep in bed, and aside from the nightlight, the room was dark. Bobby turned around, sat down in the grass, lit a cigarette, pressed up against the cabin to get out of the rain. He'd done this before. He knew that the oldest child always turned on the light before she undressed to go to bed. The killer entered the front door approximately 9:40 p.m., crept across the floor, entered the TV room, grabbed the older child, clamped one hand around her mouth, and stuck a hunting knife under her chin and pushed it up into her brain. He then picked up her body, bound across the main room, and threw the body through the door of the bedroom. Sound of the door breaking open, the light suddenly coming into the room, startled Bobby, who, as I said, was outside the window. He stood up, he turned around, he looked in as the younger child sat up in bed and started to scream. The killer leapt across the room and tackled her. Now, he didn't want to kill her, he wanted her alive. But her head snapped back and hit the edge of the shelf behind the bed, fracturing her skull and killing her at approximately 9:44 p.m. The killer tried to shake her awake. When he realized she was dead, he went into a rage. He grabbed the older child, sodomized her orally, penetrated her vaginally and anally. Bobby, watching from outside the window, unzipped his fly and began to masturbate. The killer finished, picked up the younger child's body, ran out of the house. Bobby finished, sat down in the grass, and lit another cigarette. So you can tell your Harvard buddy that he can posthumously charge Bobby with four violations, but none of them are punishable by death. I also suggest that you tell your old Harvard buddy to check out federal statute 7232B-12, obstruction of justice. You tell him to check that one out before he asks us for too many more favors. Bobby Martell was wearing boots, muddy timberline boots. The killer was wearing sandals, smooth-soled leather sandals. But he should have noticed that. Not one of the 712 prints the killer left behind were made by Bobby's boots.
Some of these footprints were made with boots.
Oh, that's brilliant. That's right. Lots of them were. They were all made by Denton Outdoorsman, standard issue of the Utah Highway Patrol.